Ladies and gentlemen, it's now time for Weird Frequencies. Broadcasting live from a cornfield, deep down in the earth under a cornfield, somewhere in south central Illinois, in a bunker. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Weird Frequencies. We're the show that asks what in the hell is going on in this world, basically. And we dive in there and we try to figure it out. Maybe we, talk about stuff that mainstream news doesn't. So I'm Rob, and let's go around the room and say hello, everybody. Sowie.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Oh, that was pretty good.
Hello.
Hi, guys.
Very nice. So tonight we have some special stuff in store for you. Tonight on the show, later on in the show, we are going to look at superheroes and superhero powers, and are we gaining these powers all of a sudden? We're going to talk about that. But first, Tyler has a big deep dive into Roswell, and he's going to take over, and he's been working on this investigation, and he's going to have correct dates and everything.
Yes. Let me check. Let me make sure. Let me check. It's the correct date, I think.
Great, Rob.
Tyler's got a little heck on the internet about his dates that he mentioned in a video. Anyway, he's gonna make up for all that tonight, and he's gonna update us all on Roswell. Go ahead, Tyler, take it over.
All right. Well, as he said, I kind of like to do these little investigative things every once in a while, and a while back I made the comment about Roswell happening in 1950, and a listener on the internet, rightfully so, corrected me. And it's not 1950, it's 1947. And I figured, you know what? I think for that comment, I should go ahead and cover this. So Roswell is a town. It's the seat of Chaves County. As of 2020, has a population of 48,000. It's the fifth largest city in New Mexico. It sits in the Pecos Valley. It's rooted in 19th century ranching and cattle drives. It's basically an area that you wouldn't expect something like this to happen, but it's also home to the New Mexico Military Institute, which was established in 1891. It was also early rocket experiments for Robert H. Goddard's rockets in 1930. The Roswell Army Airfield hosted the 509th Bombardment Squadron, which is also the squadron that dropped atomic bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki in Japan during World War II. So it's like this stuff, what started out as a small little like basic ranching and cattle area quickly turned into the mecca of 1940s, 1950s technology and military advancements. Today, Roswell sits as the hub as one of the biggest and most popular UFO incidents ever. In 1947, on June 14th, a rancher by the name of W.W. Mac Brazel, who has a property 75 miles northwest of Roswell, actually near Corona, reported that something had crashed into the desert. Brazel gathered unusual debris, foil-like material, rubber strips, sticks, paper, and lightweight material that he said wouldn't be burned or stay crumbled up, and reported it. Now, the night before, there was a incredibly powerful and severe thunderstorm. And Brazel believes that whatever the object was that crashed in Roswell may have been hit by lightning, and that's what caused it to crash. It wasn't until a little bit later where he found the initial crash itself. However, Brazel has never stated publicly how bad the crash is. Reports have varied that it was just a debris field, miles long. Some say there was a legitimate craft of some capacity with bodies littered around. But Brazel has been mostly quiet outside of, reporting it. And the reason for that is because he claimed that the government told him to keep quiet about it. he claimed the government told him, that he has to remain silent, that if he said anything, he would be, subject to criminal investigations and trial. In July 8th, 1947, the Roswell Army Airfield issued a press release. And this is what started the whole thing. And that's literally like 3 days away. That's why I want to do this. They stated that they had, quote, captured a flying disc on a ranch, which ended up making international headlines. That's the famous article we've all seen. Actually, I have it right here. It's on my, here it is. Make that a little bigger. Let's see. Roswell news. That's not the right one I want. I want this one. Here we go.
Thought you had all this ready, Tyler.
Well, I had it, but that's the one that redacts the whole claim,
okay.
So, but let me see here. I want that one there, damn it. Now bring me that one up. There you go. There it is. Roswell Air Force captures flying saucer on ranch in Roswell region. Now, whether this was reported to be true or not, whether this was a attempt to mislead, because the more you dig into Roswell, the more you realize there was a lot more at work here than just a rumored flying saucer that crashed. This whole newspaper headline here, everybody's seen it. It made international headlines. It was famous worldwide. And literally a week later, they redacted it, claiming, quote, it was a weather balloon. We'll get into that here in a little bit. Okay. The entire site where the supposed crash happened was closed off by the Roswell Air Force, the Air Force itself. Shut up. The debris was scattered about, and they said it took them roughly 12 hours to actually comb the entire desert and find the debris. Several military personnel recovered it. A day later, another newspaper headline comes out with photos of Major Jesse Marcel claiming, quote, it wasn't a flying saucer, it's a weather balloon. And that's what this famous little picture here is.
That's him holding the balloon.
Now real quick though, just sorry, go.
Yeah, no, go ahead. Yes, the reason we do this so that way you guys can ask questions about it.
I just still don't get when he said that when he had that piece and crumpled it, let go, and it went right back to.
I'm going to get to that. I just
can't understand this.
By the way, did I show my script?
Yes, you did.
Oh, great. I just want to say Grok helped a little bit. Shut up, Internet. So, and I'm actually using somebody else's Grok. This is the worst part. If you looked closely, you probably could have saw whose Grok I was freaking using.
Not all of us researchers have the money for premium tools.
Yeah, I want to thank a certain individual off of my show who watches for letting me, use their Grok for like a day. Thank you, Skeletor. But anyways, so they claimed it was a weather balloon. But a lot of eyewitnesses claimed that there were reports that what was pulled out of the desert off this ranch was not a weather balloon. The rancher himself took it to the grave, and he only told his granddaughter before his death, because whatever it was that the government said to him, whatever was said to Brazel was enough to scare the man half to death. On his deathbed, his granddaughter asked him, what actually did you see at Roswell? What was it? Was it the debris field? Was it a weather balloon? Brazel said there were bodies. That's all he said. People.
Okay.
Whether that is
human or humanoid,
yeah, remains a mystery, because Brazel unfortunately died shortly after revealing this to his granddaughter. There are people who also claim that they were visited overnight by members of the military, members of the FBI, members of CIA, who may or may not have witnessed something. They were asked questions about, did you witness anything in the sky the night of the storm? Did you hear anything the night of the storm? One person who claimed he heard a lightning strike so close it shook his house windows was told not to report that to anybody, which he believes might have been when the lightning bolt might have hit this craft. And basically what happened after that was, after the report of the supposed weather balloon, it was all swept under the rug. Government said, case closed, move on. That's it, right?
Right.
Well, the problem is, when you have something like this that's shown to the general public, it's not going to just go away easily.
Right.
So people started asking a lot of questions. And there were some people who claimed they had pieces of this craft, as Bubba had mentioned, what's been labeled the memory metal. There are reports of this metal being all over the place during the crash site. It's supposedly a metal. It was very thin, very light, that you could crumple up, and after you open your hand, it just folds back out into its original state.
Yeah.
There is actually some people who claim they have this, some people who still claim they have this, but they will not part with it because either they are too scared of the fact that they have this because they've been visited before. Here's a perfect example of what it supposedly does. You see a piece of metal right there. Now, actually, this is a common thing with UFO crashes and UFO crash retrievals nowadays, is people will claim they have this metal. There are cases in places like Varginha, which is the one in Brazil. That's known as the Roswell of Brazil. There's cases in Russia. There's cases in Europe where they claim a craft of some origin crashes or, something happens to it, and this debris is left behind. And that's what supposedly is a corresponding connection between all those crashes, is there's more reports of that metal. There are scientists who claim they have this, but they are so afraid to release it because they know there's people in the deep state government or in the government that don't want this metal ever released. So, go ahead, Bubba.
I took it upon myself to check on this to see if I could find anything, to find out what the debris that was picked up, was it the same as what weather balloons were made out of at that time? And it said that the debris recovered was from a high altitude balloon array, but it was specifically a top secret Project Mogul surveillance balloon, not a standard conventional weather balloon as the military originally claimed.
Right. So there has been a lot of claims that there's been a lot of people who believe the UFO crash. Some people believed it wasn't a UFO crash. I'm sorry, Skelly. I see you're in the chat room, dude, but thanks for letting me borrow it. There are some people who claim that it was actually a prototype for a secret aircraft. During 1947, World War II had ended. Operation Paperclip had gathered most of the scientists from Nazi Germany to the U.S. We brought them there.
Right.
And in the 1950s, we were developing all types of weird. Have you ever seen the donut?
The donut. I've seen a few donuts in my
Well,
life.
not the ones you eat.
You sure? That sounds really good.
Real quick, too, it says that the wreckage consisted of heavy, glossy, paper-like material, metallic sticks, chunks of plastic, and foil reflectors.
Yes.
This experimental array used foil and specialized reinforcement materials like rubber-backed paper and balsam wood.
As a matter of fact, here you go, Adam. You've never seen it. Here is the donut. Was a classified airplane. This is one of the airplanes the government was working on at the time of Roswell. That is legitimately an Air Force plane that we were trying to build during the 1940s.
Looks like they're each taking a half. Like half of it's the Air Force, half of it's the Army's.
I guess, yeah.
Did it fly?
It did fly a little bit. However, there's actually a picture of it right there lifting off the ground.
I could see that being closer to like a hovercraft
Yes.
than an actual like aircraft.
Some people theorize that maybe that's what this was a secret aircraft. They had actually got to work and it had crashed during the lightning storm or before. Some people theorize it may have been a prototype SR-71, or I think the SR-71 came out a year later or so, or the stealth bomber. There was, as Bubba said, that Project Mogul, which was supposedly a high-altitude weather balloon that could detect nuclear launches from Russian sources. It was supposed to be an early warning system for, in case the Russians ever decided we're going to go ahead and launch nukes at the U.S. No answer has really been given, which we had heard originally during this whole disclosure thing about, the whole Trump releasing disclosure files, that there was going to be something about Roswell in it. And we haven't gotten that unless it's on its way. It probably won't come out. There's been a lot of this that's gone on with Roswell when it comes to like what actually happened. There are later accounts, obviously second and third hand added details, like, for example, the crash site, gray aliens, alive or dead, autopsies, a nurse who disappeared, the memory medal with the hieroglyphic markings, high-level secrecy, the typical stuff.
Right.
But the skeptics against Roswell have said for years, well, if that's the case, then where's the evidence at? It shouldn't remain hidden for this long. But I don't think they really understand, like, years later, the SR-71 came out of the Air Force. That was designed to be a high-altitude surveillance plane that we kept absolutely quiet because of the Russians. Decades later, you had the B-52 bomber that came out. That one is, if you look at the B-52 bomber, back then, if you saw that, you'd be like, well, that's a UFO. That came out of Area 51, as did the stealth fighter. I think the stealth fighter did, too. I'm not sure. Somebody on the internet will fix me, I'm sure. Somebody will. In fact, General Marcel said that originally he was told to retract the flying saucer story, and they gave him all this aluminum foil and sticks, like, how Bubba described that's what was recovered, and go sit in this room and pretend that's the debris from the supposed flying saucer. And that he said the real object that was recovered was carted away after a thorough sweep by U.S. Army and U.S. Air Force personnel. Like Bubba said, the Air Force declassified the documents for Project Mogul, which was going on at the time, but it does not explain a majority of like the third-hand encounters of the people who come forward claiming they have this, or even some of the people, like, for example, General Marcel, who claimed that he was told to lie about it. It also is kind of interesting, too, because a few weeks earlier in 1947, you had Kenneth Arnold, who reported his flying saucers near Mount Rainier, which is what coined the term flying saucer.
Mm-hmm.
And then a few weeks later, you have Roswell. So it could have been a number of things, but the problem is that nobody's really ever came out. There was a 1997 House inquiry into the matter, in which they claimed that the actual craft that crashed in Roswell, this was done by the House Judiciary or House Senate Committee. They claimed that what it was in fact one of the weather balloons from Project Mogul. But there's still so much that some people look at and they're like, well, how do you explain this? How do you explain, all this? Go ahead.
Well, then, when they described what was supposedly recovered there that coincides with this weather balloon, this Project Mogul, not once in that description does it say metal that you crumple it up and it goes right back to the same. A foil don't do that. You wrinkle up foil, it
doesn't come back.
There was one person who came forward who literally, his testimony dumped gasoline on this, and it went from maybe it was just a secret craft, maybe it was experimental craft, and that's Glenn Dennis. Glenn Dennis was a mortician who claimed that he received calls from the base and actually was asked to come out to examine bodies.
Yeah.
He claimed the bodies were small, childlike, with large heads, and the military personnel was asking what was the best way to preserve these bodies for travel. He was also asked to commit to sit in on an autopsy, he and this nurse, and they supposedly saw the autopsy of one of these beings, and they said they are not at all human, and they weren't test dummies. Like, that was another question. Some people said, oh, thanks, Adam.
Yep, no problem.
If you want to see exactly what Project Mogul looked like.
Hi, Virgil.
Hey, Virgil.
What's up, buddy?
As they tried to portray it.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, if that's what Project Mogul was, it's not going to look, I mean, it's not going to look exactly like, well, let me bring that up, actually. I don't know why it's doing it this way. There we go. Here's what supposedly Project Mogul looked like. It looked like basically just a kite, a metal aluminum kite, which does fit the description of what the Air Force put out was what crashed at Roswell.
yeah.
But there's so many people who also say that project was made up to cover up whatever had crashed at Roswell.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking, because it's like I said, it doesn't explain the metal that you crumple up and it comes back. It just doesn't explain it for me.
Well, if we had actually had metal that crumbled up and came back, that would have changed science completely.
Yeah.
I
So,
mean,
that looks like someone was like, oh crap, we can't let them find out. Go back home, grab some stuff, and make something up. And it looks like aluminum foil on like old fence railings with a string with a little mylar balloon at the end.
The only other thing that I could think of, okay, and I'm going to try to explain this. If you take aluminum foil, like I said, you crumple it up, it's going to stay a ball, right?
Right.
But now, you ever buy Pop-Tarts? That foil package?
Yeah.
Try
Mylar?
crumpling it up. It won't stay a ball. It kind of goes back, maybe not perfectly, but it does go back to its shape, and they consider that foil. It's just so thin.
Okay.
I don't know.
What's your point? No mess, Bubba.
I have no idea what he's
Well,
getting at.
maybe it's made out of a different kind
Out
of
of
foil.
Pop-Tart labels?
Yeah, it's light. It's very, very light for one.
Now, Tyler, I just sent you another picture. It actually kind of looks like what Bub is trying to describe here. Just
gotcha.
in a massive, thing. It looks like they had used it in the desert. Like I just sent it to you.
Yeah.
Like that emergency blanket stuff.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Well, I've got
Continue, Tyler.
something here, something similar here. You guys know what mylar is, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What they make the balloons out of.
Mhm.
I mean, I've got that right here, and I can crumple it up, and it'll come back.
that was awesome.
Mhm.
Well,
That
the
looked really
thing
cool.
is like, yes, that could explain the memory metal that's been described at other crash sites. But according to some of the people who've either had these materials or claim to have had them or do still have them, it's much different than any material we have. Like, you could tell there's a difference.
I wonder what
And-
happened to Art Bell's pieces that he supposedly had.
I was going to get to that. Art Bell supposedly
okay.
received some. He never really said. Did he ever say where, Rob? Where he got them from?
No, I don't know. I don't know the answer to that.
I don't think he ever did.
Some
'cause
guy. I mean,
If somebody met him and said, "I have pieces of this memory metal for you. I'd like to give it to you." And Virgil, to answer your question, why would they cover it up? If you look at what's going on now, the big argument with the whole disclosure thing is that there has been the big theory is there's been an arms race between multiple countries, the US, China, and Russia, all for alien technology. Whoever breaks the technology first is going to be the one that has
Yeah.
The keys to the kingdom. It's similar to the nuclear arms race of the 1940s, 50s, the Cold
It's
War.
free energy too,
Yeah. So
Free
whoever
energy
ends
could
up,
come from it, and that would totally wreck like the whole oil and gas thing, right?
right. So whoever ends up having unlocking the secrets of, say, the memory metal or the propulsion system or the biology of these beings, you are going to have a huge advantage over the rest of the world. And you're going to keep that advantage for some time. And Skelly, I didn't show any of your images on it. You're the one who just, I'm never I'll call you later, jackass. I'll email you. So Art, go ahead, Rob.
I mean, I don't know. No, go ahead.
Okay. So the argument has been for a long time is that the government has hid Roswell because there was an alien spacecraft that crashed and it's technology they want to get behind. There's actually one more story that does lead back to Roswell. Does anybody know who Jackie Gleason is, the actor?
Yeah.
All right.
Not personally, but yes, I have heard.
Well,
of Jackie Gleason.
you know Jackie Gleason, Smokey the Bandit, the Honeymooners, all that
One
stuff.
of these days, boy, I'll smack your mother right in the mouth or something like that. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He was Smokey and Smokey and the Bandit.
Yeah. So Jackie Gleason was good friends with Richard Nixon.
Right.
President Richard Nixon.
Yeah.
Gleason would come over every once in a while. Gleason would come over every once in a while to the White House and have a few. Yeah. And he'd have some beers with Richard Nixon.
Uh-huh.
Like you do.
Like you do. Yeah. You just go casually crack open a couple Budweisers with the president,
Yeah. Elvis was like, I want you to make me a special marshal one. Give me a
gun.
That's
exactly.
I want a golden gun. He was like, get out of here, man.
So I got to look this up a little more. I got to get the hospital name correct. Okay, I got it. One night, it's reported that Nixon and Gleason got so drunk, Nixon looked at Gleason and goes, do you want to see the Roswell crash?
Huh.
Gleason said yes.
Oh, people, yeah.
I'm sure he said it a little bit more colorfully than just, yeah.
So they went, supposedly they took a small limousine, small special overnight drive, not anywhere out in New Mexico or the Southwest, but to Walter Reed Hospital, right there. And in a secret underground bunker, there was supposedly the bodies of the beings from Roswell, as well as pictures and photographs of the ship that had crashed at Roswell.
I can understand the bodies being at a hospital. I mean, that kind of makes sense, but
Put them in a morgue type of area.
About a year later, Jackie Gleason built a special home out in Westchester, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, it's cool looking too.
He supposedly built it to match what he saw photos of the Roswell crash. That is Jackie Gleason's home.
What?
Yeah,
It's a gravitron.
He built his home to look like a UFO. Or
did he really?
Yeah, that is Jackie Gleason's home, and it's for sale.
That's
Sorry,
wild.
that looks like a state fair gravitron to me.
It does.
And it's really nice inside. See how beautiful it is?
That's wild.
Mm-hmm.
Clip that.
Yep.
I loved that ride until I fucked up my back.
Jackie Gleason's the mothership home asked for $5.5 million. So if you want to get a house, Rob, I'll throw in some money if you buy Jackie Gleason's UFO home.
I'd totally live there, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, obviously,
Yeah,
it's also been added on to, but the shape is still the same.
It's Weird Frequencies headquarters. That's all I'm saying.
There's our bunker.
Worldwide. That'd be like our Avengers mansion. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
What if there's a bunker underneath that house?
There is.
Mm-hmm.
There's some weird bunkers under that place.
So, Roswell has had a long history and a long legend. Some people want to sit there and say there's no evidence a UFO crashed there, but there's hundreds of eyewitness testimonies, including the people who are supposedly in on a conspiracy that came forward, claiming that they had actually witnessed something or had been called in to deal with something. there's even supposedly video in the 1990s. And I don't believe in this video. There's one video I'll sit there and say could be legitimate. 1990s was the big anniversary of Roswell. Every broadcast station was covering aliens, whether it's NBC, ABC. I think Sci-Fi Channel did a whole summer of aliens, and then they went back to Godzilla,
like they are now.
Yeah, like we are now. You had Independence Day was big in the theaters. You had Fire in the Sky. Supposedly, several videos leaked out during this time. One video, I'd have to say for another time, because I think that video might actually be legitimate. The other video supposedly shows the autopsy of one of the beings. I'm going to see if I can't find the original video itself, because every other site I look at, it's always got news clips or something like that. Or it's like, for example, it's Unsolved Mysteries, and I don't want to get, Robert Stack's ghost pissed off at us.
Yeah.
Some people have asked whether it's real or whether it's a hoax, because also back in the 90s, special effects was getting big. I mean, for God's sakes, you could have a dinosaur walk up and actually look legitimate. Let's see here. Everything I'm finding is a freaking replica of it. Let me see if this is it. Play this fucking stupid ass ad. All right, let me see here. Here you go. You want to talk about the memory metal real quick, Bubba? Here you go.
Memory metal. That's a good name for it.
That's basically the name they're kind of giving it.
Like memory foam, just less comfortable.
Yeah. Let me know if you can hear it.
On the floor of the kitchen. Then he said, "This is
Can you hear it?"
material."
Yes.
Then there were some looked like I-beam fragments, and on the inner surface there was I thought hieroglyphic writing. I said, "What is this?"
Marcel and his father had this piece of the debris recreated from memory so that they could show the world what they saw that night.
Now, keep in mind, Marcel was the commanding officer who also released a statement claiming that it was a weather balloon, not a UFO.
Surface of this will be, you have the symbols, and the one that I recall as being most accurate is one on the end, because I could tie it in with familiar objects such as a seal balancing a ball on its nose. The meaning of these symbols escapes my feeble mind there. Maybe
bullet pins,
question zero gravity or something like that.
All right. Now here is a clip. I'm going to mute the audio on it, but here is a few clips of the supposed Roswell alien autopsy video.
Why are we muting the audio?
Because it's going to have people talking over it.
And then we won't get strikes also.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know if it was something.
Some of these, I wonder if it's real or not, man.
Yeah.
That's the big theory. That's the big theory about this.
Those are pretty legit looking.
They blurred out its crotch.
There was no AI then, some of those videos when they look at their eyes real close and peel back the layers, it was either really good makeup or they, it could be fake, but it was really, really good.
Now
it's creepier because it's in black and white too. I think that makes
here's
sense.
another thing too. There's a note that was supposedly once this video was given to somebody, it was released from an unknown source to, of all things, the History Channel.
The U.S. government hasn't released any of these files.
Nothing like this. Nothing on Roswell. No video.
I mean, they did. Though that's not true. Though they have released stuff about Roswell.
Well, I mean, as far as the disclosure goes, they haven't released anything like showing a video. But here's the scary part.
Didn't they, Connie? Didn't they talk about Roswell quite a bit actually in the releases?
Not a lot. I mean,
No.
yeah, they do, but it's just the same renditions of repeat of what's
I thought there was like some legit proof in there, like that it was,
Here's
they were admitting it was that it happened for the most part. I thought maybe not.
So does that look real to you guys or not?
Well, here's another thing too about this whole clip here. That's a good place to pause it.
Yeah.
Supposedly, once this video was released, it's also claiming that not only is this a pilot of the Roswell craft, but that the pilot was sedated, but was still alive during the autopsy, which means that whatever this thing is, if this is real, they killed him on the table just to see what's in him, either because he was the one that might not have lived, or he is the one that they thought was dead, and all of a sudden it turns out he's alive. There are people who have argued this is Hollywood. This is a Hollywood stunt special effects team, because like I said, back in the 90s, you had a huge renaissance of special effects from films. You had, CGI was just starting to grow up and start to come into play. Practical effects was huge. You had science fiction was starting to become more mainstream than, pseudoscience or movies that nobody really goes to watch. I don't think they've ever said whether or not this is a legitimate video or not. It goes into detail too. Like, we saw a little bit of it there where it supposedly cuts the chest open and all that stuff. They removed the eyelids off this thing in the original video. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Before you move that,
looks kind of bloated.
here's one thing I want to say about it, though. The hand is, you can tell, especially with the right hand, there's five fingers. Usually when aliens are described, they never have 5 fingers.
Yeah,
that one literally has 4 fingers and a thumb.
Yeah, it does.
Okay, here's what I found out about what the newly released, U.S. government UAP files actually say about Roswell. The releases, the answer is you're right, Tyler. No, the newly released U.S. government UAP files do not confirm Roswell as a legitimate extraterrestrial event. What the files actually say, the releases include historical references to the 1947 event. They contain old memos, reports, analysis that mention Roswell alongside of other 40s and 50s sightings, flying discs. One notable document is an FBI memo from the Dallas field office reporting that an Air Force major said an object purporting to be a flying disc was recovered near Roswell. It describes the object as hexagonal and suspended from a balloon. And then a couple other things. Avi Loeb, Loeb, and others noted that these are interesting historical context, but nothing in the declassified material overturns the official explanation that it was a weather balloon or,
who's that Avi? I've heard that name before.
He's like a UFO. He's a, disclosure guy, and he's not real trusting of the government, basically.
Is he like, was he a part of something at one point, or is
he's just a trippy dude? I don't know. The files focus more on modern UAP sightings, orbs, triangles, than definitely solving old cases like Roswell. No smoking gun, alien bodies, reverse engineered craft, or confirmation of extraterrestrial origin. The government continues to emphasize transparency while encouraging the public to draw their own conclusions. So, our buddy from Manchester, actually, Virgil said, why, haven't we reversed engineered this stuff? Why are we using, big fat rocket fuels, powered rockets built by Harry Arst Elon Musk? But yeah, I think we haven't figured it out. If we do have stuff, which we probably do, I don't think we figured it out. It's like taking a motorcycle. It's like taking a ninja motorcycle back to the cowboy days and dropping it in like 1890 and to a horse rider and saying, hey, check this thing out and tell me how it works. Figure this out for me, will you? And
I saw-
it's going to take them a long time.
I saw a video and said to Connie about that they're even talking like, just say our space shuttle. They said it's like impossible so far for it to have gone to the moon, because if you add up the math of it.
Oh yeah, we're not going to talk about that.
Yeah,
bullshit.
no,
All right,
you
so I got a
We
question.
went to the moon. We know
Reach.
that already.
I got a question. How many of you think the video I just showed you about the Roswell autopsy is real?
That was actually in Project Blue Book.
I don't know. I'm 50-50 on it.
You're
Yeah.
50-50. Adam, what about you? Bubba, you think that was real?
I'm 50-50 too.
All right. So
Being the skeptic I am, I'm leaning toward not real.
If it was
More than
clear
real.
and colored, I would tend to believe it more.
all right, so
I want it to be real.
when that video came out, there's a reason I bring this up. There's a reason why I bring this up, and I know because I obviously I want to explain this, because if we just let it go like it is, but I gotta explain this. If we let it go as it is, the internet's gonna jump on us and be like, I didn't all that
Okay,
shit.
Tyler.
All right, well, you know what I mean. I got a date wrong. I'm never gonna live that down,
No,
So
I'm not yelling. It went in my ears.
sorry. So the video was released by video producer Brian Santilli. He claimed the 17-minute long video was recovered from it was actually given to him by a videographer who worked at the site in Roswell during the autopsy. He recorded the whole thing. This went so big that even, like I said, Fox and NBC and all them hosted this video trying to explain how it's real, and they came with the conclusion it was real until it was discovered to be a hoax. That video is a hoax. Okay.
All right.
Now, in 2006 documentary, Santilli admitted that it was called a, quote, reconstruction or restoration of supposed original 1947 footage that supposedly had deteriorated to the point where it was unviewable. Santilli claimed he saw the real film in 1992, but he could only establish a few frames. None are proven to have been shown in that video. Other participants, including the effects artist, was John Humphreys or Spiros Malaris, claimed the hoax details are also that they were in on it too.
So we know that was a hoax.
That was a hoax. But the problem is like Connie said, there was supposedly a video in the Majestic Files in Project Blue Book that talked about an autopsy of some magnitude.
Mhm.
Everyone thought that was a smoking gun. That was it on Roswell. That wasn't. So whether there's a video still out there, which could come out with the Trump files, I doubt it at this point anymore. I doubt it.
Yeah.
There's supposedly a video out there supposedly showing one of the autopsies. But the reason I bring this up too is also because it adds some more confusion with Roswell. You have people who jump everywhere, and the Roswell case has become commercialized. You can make serious money off Roswell.
Mhm.
You can literally sit there. There are people that open
Restaurants and stuff
Rest-
out there.
UFO themed restaurants, UFO themed museums, and the world will eat it up no matter what. If you, for example, let's say this, I'll just use it for example. Let's say Rob claimed he was the one who did the autopsy on the alien. He's going to have news reporters come up to him wanting to know what's the details, what's your credentials, what was it like, that kind of thing. They won't even try to validate whether he's real or not until he gets caught, because that's money they can market. For example, NBC and Fox Television spent millions of dollars, and they got Jonathan Frakes to narrate the documentary on this autopsy. When it came out that this was fake, it was years later. They'd already had the money. They've already spent most of the money. They ain't losing money on that. That was like 10, 20 years ago.
Right.
And this is the problem I have with Roswell. I don't think an alien craft crashed in Roswell, personally. I don't think an alien craft crashed in Roswell. I'm actually going to be on the skeptical side of things.
Wow.
Do I believe? Yeah. Do I believe there are actual, crash sites and alien crashes that have happened? Yes, I do.
Yeah.
But I think that what happened at Roswell is farther from the truth than what we're seeing with the UFO side.
And there's nothing that came out in the UAP reports about it.
No.
Well, I don't. If there are, it's my opinion that they wouldn't leak those until the end.
If at
They're
all.
going to give us the most lightweight BS reports that doesn't really confirm anything.
Yep, there
Because
he
they
is.
don't, at the risk of possibly sparking
He's the faker.
hysteria.
That's the faker, and that is the actual prop that they used to supposedly.
Ooh.
Looks
Yeah.
like the belly's bigger than that.
And
Yeah,
if it's
the-
pregnant.
The
Like I said, it
alien's
looked-
pregnant, yeah.
It looked too human-like to me, in the face. And then the fact that it had 4 fingers and a thumb.
It's assholes like that to just mess everything all up for
Yeah.
real researchers.
Yeah.
In
That's what I
answering Virgil's question of why they don't have the technology out, they do have an excuse for that. It is if they show it, especially to the public, that, let's say the United States, we have this,
Yeah.
we have that.
They're not
Another
showing
country
nothing.
is going to try to come in and steal that technology.
Yeah, it's all an
Yeah.
arms race. It
Duplicate,
is. And
right.
nobody's going to show anything that they know if they found it. They can't show it, Supposedly, even our government, our armies are doing some pretty wild stuff out there. I don't know, like showing up with like lasers and things that just blow the whole area up, and
the vibration
they're gone.
device that they use in Venezuela
Yeah,
to
so
capacity.
they don't want to. I've seen other people in chat talk about like people in Australia and other countries. They're like, don't mess around with the U.S. They'll show up with them weapons, whatever they are, and then take out your whole everything. But I don't know. Yeah, there's crazy tech.
So
going
here's what I think happened with the Roswell situation. Okay. And like some people said, for getting back on what Rob
just
said,
became a big thing, a big like money maker almost, and just thing.
So supposedly also fiber optics that we use for like computers and infrastructure supposedly came from Roswell's crash as well. But
who knows? A lot of things, technology wise, happened right after that.
Yep. This is why I think honestly happened with Roswell. We were at the very beginning of the Cold War. We had literally the Russians. We had just developed the world's most powerful weapon with atomic energy. We knew the Russians were going to try and do. In fact, the Russians would get the atomic bomb like 2 years later. They would actually detonate their first atomic warhead.
Well, and they also created the Tsar Bomba, which is like 3,300 times
right
the strength of, I believe, the Fat Man that we dropped.
The Tsar bomb is the world's most powerful nuclear weapon that's been ever deceived.
Mm-hmm.
It is the equivalent of 14 Hiroshima bombs. I personally think that Roswell was what some people have said. Do I think it was Project Mogul? No. Because Project Mogul, they supposedly claimed was designed. Supposedly they claimed the Russians were already testing the nuclear warheads during Roswell, that they'd already gotten the blueprints and everything and were already building their own nuclear warheads from 1947 when the Russians detonated their first bomb in 1949. So how would the U.S. know with Project Mogul that the Russians supposedly had a bomb? I think personally what it was Roswell was a spy situation where a secret government aircraft that they were building, because we were in the peak of the Cold War, everybody's hyping up, reinforcing their technology with all the stuff we got from Nazi Germany from World War II. And maybe a secret aircraft crash landed and the supposed bodies they saw weren't actual aliens, they were pilots.
Right.
Maybe,
just in suit.
Just in a suit, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe they were
formed from the wreck.
Yeah.
That's an interesting take on it. Yeah.
I mean what if it was done on purpose this way to make the Russians believe we had something there? So they focus their spy network on that place and not other places where we are actually doing the research and prototypes.
And if we did do reverse engineering, another reason they're not going to bring it out is because if they do, then everybody, not only the United States, but everyone in the world, they would know that we were holding secrets, not telling it the whole time. And
I mean, if you look at Project Mogul, for example, there's one thing I can say is that Project Mogul was invented to keep an eye to make sure that the Russians either weren't testing or preparing to launch experimental nuclear warheads. So America knew at that time that the Russians had nuclear technology and capabilities. You wouldn't want the general public to know about that because of the simple fact that that could escalate into either war or cause mass hysteria amongst the world, because you hear all the horror stories about what we did at Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Well, now picture that happening here in the U.S. That's always been the big fear about nuclear weapons. But I don't think that what crashed at Roswell was Project Mogul. I believe that what crashed, the SR-71 didn't come out until like 1964. What's not to say that they weren't testing prototypes at that time? Back then, we had small planes with, engines. We were still using gasoline-powered rotor planes. There's a specific term for it, but I can't remember what the hell the term was. What's not to say we weren't testing our brand new version of jet engines or something that would make current planes obsolete, and that's what crashed.
Yeah.
Because there's no secret, during the 40s and the 50s, the Russian KGB was embedded in the U.S. They were watching. They were trying to get to areas like Los Alamos and everything. What's not to say you have this object crash, and what do you want to say? Do you want to say it was an experimental jet? No, you want to try and mislead the public. Well, Kenneth Arnold claimed he saw 7 UFOs over Mount Rainier. Say it was a UFO story. That made the whole situation worse because now everybody thinks the U.S. has aliens. Okay, say it was a weather balloon. That'll cover it all up.
Well, what if the memory metal was supposed to be a new sheet metal for aircraft that could kind of deform and then reform when hit by a bullet or something like that?
Kind of like a liquid metal type substance, molecularly unstable.
Yeah. Like a non-Newtonian fluid. It gets solid when there's pressure applied, but other than that, it looks like a liquid.
I can hear like a voice in the room, like whenever no one's talking. Would it be quiet for a second? No, I don't hear it.
It's the voice. It's the ghost of Roswell.
Never mind. Go ahead.
But that's my take. I could be wrong. I do believe there have been UFO crashes. I know they have said, Lou Elizondo and what's his name, that whistleblower that me and Rob both kind of like jumped the hell out of once, who claimed that he has seen stuff, but he can't talk about it.
Lazar.
Yeah.
No, not Lazar. It wasn't Lazar. It was somebody else. David Gresh. David Gresh claims the U.S. has recovered.
And he's talked to all kinds of people, but he can't tell you who.
Yeah, but he can't tell you who.
Yeah.
But I think Roswell's not one of them.
Yeah,
I think
that's
cases
probably
like
a good look.
I think cases like Virginia. I think cases like Kecksburg. I think cases like what's that one? Rendlesham are fine examples of UFO crashes that were actually recovered. I don't think Roswell's one of them.
Well, we had 3 other, at least 3 others before Roswell.
I'm sure there's plenty that we haven't even heard of. And the one thing too is I want to point out is there's actually a theory going around as to why these UFOs supposedly crash. This was something that was interesting. He's a filmographer. Ben Fox, I think it's his name. I'll look it up. He claims that the theory is that sonar signal emissions and radar signal emissions is what caused these UFOs to crash.
Radar might confuse them.
They think it scrambles the computer systems on their UFOs. James Fox, that's who it is. He's a filmmaker. James Fox thinks it could be that radar or sonar signals kept bouncing off these things is what confuses the machines inside their saucers, and that's what causes them to crash.
It's definitely plausible.
Yeah, imagine these waves hitting your aircraft. You don't know what they are. You don't know what they do.
But
and they're
you,
bouncing off of your aircraft.
Yeah.
but you
to cause
also
a
notice
panic.
it seems like all reported UFO crashes are never in like a major city, like the middle of Chicago or New York City or something. It's always out in the middle of nowhere.
Well, yeah.
What you just said
wouldn't-
sounds like a good guess, Tyler.
Yeah.
Could be.
You wouldn't want to crash an aircraft around people you're trying to hide it from.
No, I'm just saying, but you think of it like a regular airplane. You know, you can't always pick and choose where you crash. You know.
Yeah.
Well, you figure if you're gonna travel halfway across the universe in your intergalactic Tesla, your craft would be not have any problems. That's like, well, I call it a Tesla because literally you hear about these Cybertrucks and these Tesla cars always having some kind of catastrophic problem after a few miles. You fly your spaceship across space to Earth. Let's go visit the monkeys, see what they're up to. All of a sudden, you're now a permanent residence because your spaceship ran into freaking sonar emissions. It's like, that seems like it'd be a design flaw, but it would help attest to a lot of the theories about how these crashes seem to always happen either near or around military installations.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Could be.
Like I said, it's never in the middle of a big city or like, not that I want that to happen. That's but it just.
Yeah, you do, Bubba.
Can you imagine they crash landed in a big city?
Bubba wants
We're just here for the Knicks celebration. What happened?
They
Bubba
crash
wants a
into
UFO in downtown Springfield.
Mhm.
So what do you guys think about Roswell? What do you guys think it was?
I agree with you. I think you're right. I think it's not a lot of proof.
No.
There are a lot of restaurants and a lot of little stores that sell trinkets, but not a lot of proof. I think it's turned into that, a big trinket store.
Not a lot of proof either way on it, though, necessarily. We weren't there. We didn't see the materials. We didn't see the aliens. We,
Yeah, I'm a pictures guy. Show me pictures and video and
Pictures or it didn't happen.
Yeah. Well, it's also back during a time where you didn't have that conveniently. Adam, what do you guys think?
Yeah.
You and Connie.
I just think, how are we going to prove it? If we show even right now the same thing, how are you going to prove it without with all the fakers out there?
Yeah, unless they release finally information, the government does and releases information about it. Right now, they're just slow dripping us, though.
Right.
But like Rob always says, with AI, you can't even believe pictures and video now. So
Well, you couldn't believe picture and video back then either because, like I said, they spent millions of dollars marketing that.
Yeah, they tricked everybody.
And then it turned out it was. I even showed it to you guys, know it was fake to see what you guys thought, and you guys were all like, hey,
we were all like, damn, that shit could be real. And then you're just totally
50-50, guess what?
Still
totally fake.
today.
Sorry, guys.
So, that was a very good test of just, how you can be faked and how, how easy it is. Although it probably cost those guys thousands of dollars to put that together, but they also probably made a lot of money when they made the documentary. They knew what they were doing. And they sold it to, History Channel for $40,000 or whatever they did. They made something. They're still probably making money today. When every time it plays, they make $5.
But the video in Project Blue Book, the video that supposedly existed, and the guy was going to release it, and they got down on him because he had been basically paid off to not say anything. What do they call that? An NDA?
Yeah, non-disclosure agreement.
Right, and he wanted more money.
There is one video I'd like to show at a later date. I think could be legitimate. Unless you guys want me to go ahead and show it now, but
yeah, let's see it.
Yeah, if you weren't willing
What
to
do you-
show it
what do you
now,
mean,
you shouldn't
of-
have brought it up.
Yeah, you can't do that to us. Of Roswell, you mean, or what?
It's not of Roswell.
Oh,
it
okay.
came
Just
out 2 years later, but the thing is that the timing is really fucking. It come out around the same time as I suppose with Roswell. Autopsy.
Cool.
By the way,
That's
before we continue, I want to point out I'm sharing a show. It's too damn early. How does Menards have Halloween shit?
Oh yeah.
The beginning of Hollow Thanksmas.
Summerween.
Hollow Thank Christmas. Yep. Let's see
Yep,
here.
Hollow
Summer
Thanksmas.
Let's see.
Summer Weena Christmas of thanks. Easter.
My favorite time of year, though. I love Halloween.
We were talking how Summerween is an actual thing now.
You're a ween.
Let's see here. There you are.
You're a Halloween.
Victor. We want Victor. That's what it's called. All right. So there is a video that came out in the 90s, 97. Back in 97, again, we're still going through the whole alien, the whole alien renaissance type deal. There was a video that came out from an unknown source claiming himself to be Victor. Now, Victor's never been verified to be real or not. It's a pseudonym. His name and his hidden was, is never verified. His name has been, and his actual voice has been altered and hidden. But he claimed he brought a video with him from Area 51 that shows an interview with a being. And the weird thing about this video is people have actually looked at it and they've tried to analyze it. I'm gonna actually Google search it here while you guys are watching it to see if there's any news on it. But last I checked, this is still being talked about today. During the whole UAP commission they did last year, they brought up this video and said, "Is that what we're seeing here?" And David Gresh said, "I can't confirm nor deny that's what it is."
David Gresh?
That's the guy who supposedly, that's the whistleblower we supposedly jumped.
Not Koresh, but Grish.
I had to clear my voice. Sorry.
Grash,
Yeah.
Grash, Bubba. Pay attention, Bubba.
I was, but it sure sounded like it said Koresh to me. I'm like,
Right,
what?
so here
Is that your phone playing in the background?
Not mine.
Once I show it, you guys are probably going to recognize it. So what you have here is supposedly an alien having a conversation.
Yeah, this one's wild. This one looks just pretty legit, but it's probably fake, right? You're gonna tell us it's fake when we're done, right?
I'm going to look it up and Google it right now.
Yeah. This one's scary as hell.
It does. This one is kind of.
Why the terrible lighting though, like a horror movie? Light that thing up. Oh, maybe it hurts his eyes. I got some kind of light in here. Could they put like 4 or 5 of those?
Some people claim that what you're seeing there is actually an animatronic puppet.
Oh yeah, it's looking. Where's the rest of his body?
Yeah, because he's sitting in the darkness. Because supposedly, according to Victor in the video, these guys come from an area that's very dark, and sunlight is bad for them. Also, they claim the room has to be sanitized because they are allergic to fungal infections.
Mm-hmm.
So a fungus, like for example, mold, or they are very susceptible to. And supposedly, this being here, you'll see it here in a little bit. He has trouble breathing in the atmosphere.
He coughs.
He starts coughing here, and he starts like choking.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And then the doctors come in.
Yep. And you see this little green light here, supposedly a special device they have that allows him to communicate telepathically with the interviewer. See here, he's starting to choke. He's starting to have, struggle. He's struggling breathing.
That's a weird direction to curl your head.
Was there no audio to this, or
there is audio to it, but it's just here.
I think it's foreign, ain't it?
I don't think it is. See, he's got his mouth open now, which is interesting because the mouth wasn't open a minute ago. So you can see he's having trouble breathing with something. He's coughing on something.
You see, now half of his face is covered by something.
Yeah, that's one of the big detractors of this. Here's the medical staff.
Yeah. So
Now,
like
see-
laying on a table, or
I'm gonna pause it here
It's
real quick.
because like right there, he like yeah, you're missing like half his face. You know, his jaw's now gone.
Wait till you see the medical staff come in. I gotta pause it. There's a spot that showed his whole body. Right there.
Mm-hmm.
You see it for just a quick second, but you see like boom.
Looks like he reached up.
Yeah, looks like his arm is reaching up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like his arm is reaching up, like he's reaching up to the medical guy there.
Yeah.
And here, supposedly, they say that the being does unfortunately pass away. There you can see more of the lower torso. Supposedly, they're checking his mouth. They're checking to try and clear the obstruction in his mouth.
So this video has been proven to be fake.
What?
Yeah.
That's
was
not
just
what I
reading that.
got. That's not what I got.
They came
Hey.
forward.
Boss
Did he
says it's fake.
really?
It must be fake.
Hold on. Alien interview. Popular 1997 leaked UFO video, often called the Victor footage.
Yeah.
Widely
considered a hoax or well-crafted mockumentary rather
Yeah.
than authentic footage of an extraterrestrial.
Yeah,
video is
investigators have found this
Generally regarded
footage
to be a puppet or practical
fabricated.
effects.
We still don't know though.
Using
What if
props.
somebody said, "Hey, you're going to say this is a hoax, or we're going to kill you"?
Well, so far they're saying it was a fake.
Well,
So,
okay, so I was going to sit there and tell you that, yes.
You
it's
never
still-
know, though. They want us to think it's fake. That's another
But
thing.
here's the thing.
It looked pretty damn fake.
Here's the thing, because I think that might be real.
I think Jim Henson could have done a way fucking better job. than
Oh,
that.
yeah, the alien's going to sit there and say, "Hi-ho, I am Victor the alien. How are you?"
I mean, I don't know. That was,
And,
that was terrible.
Yeah, I mean, it appears that
Didn't
the
look real at
alien is
all.
laying on its belly,
And it's
and
like,
then
you
when they
can't
come
see
in,
you can't see its body because it doesn't have a body because it's a robot.
It actually, there is a
Well,
few
no.
frames you have to freeze it.
Oh,
There's a few
really?
frames
Yeah.
You can see the
Mm.
body, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. all
when
right.
it shows its body, it's like its upper shoulders, and it
Yeah.
has like a clear clavicle or collarbone,
Well,
and
anyway,
clear defined shoulders.
this one
It
in
makes-
particular, they came out and said it was fabricated
Well-
media created using props and digital audio manipulation.
But
Now,
they're
what about
not.
this one?
I
about
I
this one,
want it
dude?
to be real. I know that. I want
What
it
about
to be
this? This fucking
Have you ever heard of Skinny
freaking
Bob?
scary one right here. You guys
Skinny
have
Bob
probably
is
seen this
another
one,
one
haven't you?
from I think KGB Russia or something like that.
So
Where they had
they're
him.
saying that one. I've always thought that one was legitimate.
This one's scary as shit.
Yes, this one is because he talks.
Okay, yesterday you told us you traveled like thousands of light years to get here. Gosh.
Man,
Tell us the truth.
this one is pretty real looking. I don't know. Although it's newer, but what he says is crazy.
Right.
You see, I want to see like moving appendages. You know, it looks like it's just torso and head.
So I take it aliens have
He's freaky though. Look, like his parts of his head are moving and his eyes are weird and his forehead's moving. He's saying he's us from the future. He says all kinds of riddles and stuff, man. It's pretty cool. Anyway, I'll put up this link in the chat room. You guys can check it out. I thought that was a pretty freaking wild one.
So I got bad news for you guys. First of all, the Victor video, it's neither proven to be, it's believed to be a hoax, but it's not proven to be a hoax. That one there, I know is is fake because there's a whole series about it.
Yeah,
It's a
there's like
CG,
4
it's a
parts.
CGI. However, here's the scary part. What Rob says when they say some trippy shit, That video is from like 2013, 2014. The being in that video claims his people were destroyed. They're from the future. They're humans from the future. They were destroyed by political dogma and religious dogma.
Yeah.
What in the hell's going on in the world right now?
Right.
Yeah.
That's
It's
actually
always
where I
been
got the
going on.
term. That's actually where I got the term political dogma, because it greatly.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah, I mean, it's fake. Yes, it's sad that video there, the CGI thing is fake. The third one, the Rob show, sorry. But the fact that they went that deep into detail
Right.
to predict what we have is fucking, that's terrifying, in my opinion.
Yeah,
Well, it's always been there. It's just now we're starting to pay attention.
Yeah.
Do you guys ever see, I know what else, you know what, I can't. We're getting off subject. Rob has superheroes coming up. He wants to talk about that, I'm sure. I know what I'm going to show you guys next time I'm on.
Okay.
I wrote in chat. I posted that video, but I also wrote that video is fake, by the way.
It's CGI, sorry. Because he did a whole series, and at first everybody thought the first video was like, that's cool, it's real. Then the second video came out, and it's like, okay, that's fake.
I said CGI, sorry.
Sorry to bust your bubble, Rob. Well, you busted my bubble, so it's totally fair. But
no, yeah, that's why we're here.
Yep.
There is a video game from 2001 that basically predicted everything we're going through right now.
Yeah, what is it?
Metal Gear Solid 2: Sons of Liberty.
Yeah.
There is, I can pull it up, but I don't know if we'll get copyright claim because it would be the whole clip. But it is, hang on a minute, I'll just find it. Hang on. Metal Gear, it's right here for Metal Gear Solid 2 AI conversation. So in the game, it's a game from 2001. I'm sure Rob Adams heard about it.
Yeah.
It is the second Metal Gear Solid game. You are playing as a character named Raiden. You're not playing as Solid Snake. You go through this whole situation where you're trying to stop terrorists from causing a nuclear destruction when you realize they're actually trying to, or a toxic destruction from a chemical spill, when you realize they're actually trying to gain a supercomputer built by the U.S. government that has 3 fully functioning AIs in it that are sentient. And these AIs run the country. They proclaim that the world is going to go through all of this whole fake news, political dogma kind of thing, and they're the only ones to stop it. Now, this was from 2001. And literally, it was 20 years later, that whole video, people started going back and listening to it, and they're like, holy shit, that predicted everything.
Huh.
I could play. I think that's be something we should wait and play on another episode.
Okay. You can put the link up in the chat for everybody. They want to go watch it.
I have it right here. He actually has the main character. I could play it, but I know you want to get to your superheroes.
Yeah, I think
I
think that might get us a copyright strike.
It might, yeah. So I just post a link. I could read the transcript probably on next time.
Yeah, that you could probably get away with. But actually playing it, I think we're going to get hit. Because Metal Gear is still a wildly popular game. even though they no longer have Hideo Kojima. But they're still going to want, they'd want
Have
their
you ever
money.
played Metal Gear?
It is called the most profound moment in gaming history.
That's wild.
Now?
I know a thing or two about some Metal Gear.
Okay.
What are we talking? Like Metal Gear Solid 1, 2, 3,
2 Sons of Liberty.
5.
No, it was more like the storyline.
Metal Gear 2
Okay,
Sons of Liberty.
we'll get into that after the show. But that's what they're discussing now. That it's kind of like predicting what we're going through. I'll have to go through them. Hold on.
Nostradamus.
There you go. That's all I got on Roswell. I'm done.
Okay.
And I
Very
want to
good.
put out a disclosure, Skelly. I did not show your fucking porn, but you need
Very cool.
I'm never borrowing that man's grok ever again. I know. Oh my god! I asked him. I was like, dude, I don't have a subscription to grok, and I kind of need help finding. Can you help me out here? I haven't renewed mine. He's like, yeah, just don't look at any of my files.
That's hilarious.
You need God, dude.
You need help.
Tyler, talk to me after the show. I'll get you hooked up on my my pro AI. So
A Christian account.
No, it's not a Christian account.
I'm just gonna get my own subscription to grok back.
I'll say
right.
I was gonna attach you to my Google, so you had YouTube Premium and.
Oh, I need to get on that anyways. But yeah, we'll talk about that.
I have a family account and an extra space.
Is it worth it to pay for it? Is it worth it for grok?
I thought it was.
I mean, you can do more.
It depends on if you're going to use it all the time. You know,
I don't pay for none of them. I just, if I run out of stuff, I just go out. Well, I'll go use Chat GPT. If I run out of things it does, then I'll go back to grok. I go back and forth.
I do apologize. I thought I had it on mute when I was talking.
It's okay. I have Gemini AI Pro, which gives you access to all the fun stuff that you can do off to the side. So I have no problem sharing it if Tyler wants to use it.
You guys are becoming all quite the AI geeks since the show started. You guys are like, when it first came out, you guys were like stupid AI. Now
Thanks, Rob.
Like, I've got 17 apps now that do this and that.
Really?
That's cool though. You guys used to make fun of me, Rob, and his stupid. When it first came around,
he's not wrong either.
You got Tyler using it to make all.
You can't help but use it.
Make all our intros and outros.
It's like, what AI are we interviewing tonight, Rob?
Right.
I think it's fun. I really like to be able to ask the questions and try to trick it, you know.
See how it stumbles through weird questions.
I think it's fun.
Yeah. Let's see. Sorry, I lost my segment here.
So,
all right.
What can you tell us about possible superpowers?
Superpowers. So, well, tonight we're asking the question that's kind of buzzing around the internet and TikTok and stuff, and comic fans are excited, but skeptics are rolling their eyes. You know, are people starting to get superpowers though? From genetic marvels going on out there to mind-bending feats to viral TikTok trends that look straight out of a superhero movie. We're going to talk about some of this stuff. We're going to cover some real documented cases, scientific explanations, social media phenomena, and even a look at some extraordinary individuals in some viral videos. So let's crank it up. So let's start with some documented real-life superpowers. Let's start with some cases that are just hard to dismiss, right? And there's a compilation out there of people born with real superpowers, like this guy. This is what made me really want to do this. Take a look at Tavi. Now, I watched this guy's videos and thought, how in the hell is this guy doing this? Where's Tavi? There he is. Tavi Castro. So this guy dives under the water, and I don't know, how he's doing it or how far he's diving, but it's real. And he talks about how, it's real. Watch this.
Is there audio?
Yeah.
Well, okay.
That was weird.
Oh, he just dropped off there. Look at this.
Anyone else hoping for a superhero landing there?
I think he tried to do one there.
Where's he supposed to be?
I've actually seen that. That's a hotel in Dubai, I believe, that you could actually swim down and.
Really?
Yeah.
Look at the depths he's dropped. He's insane. This guy's crazy. I mean, what's he doing? Like, how's he gonna get out of there and live?
How's he not exploding?
Well, how is he dropping so quickly without?
He's got this really incredible control over his body, and his weight and his breath. And
he was dropping like he was weighted down.
He
Skeptics
dropped like
claim.
a rock, though. Oh,
I just
that's what
want to
he's
point
saying about
out.
skeptics.
Skeptics claim my viral stunts are fake or AI, claiming it's impossible what I do. The reality is a mix of high-level athleticism, breathwork, and specialized tech.
Okay.
It all starts with physics and the world's deepest pool, the sunken city of Deep Dive Dubai,
That's the hotel.
60
yeah.
meters underwater.
Okay.
This is how he does it. Breathing exercises.
So is he our next Aquaman?
Yeah, look at him. He's freaking Aquaman.
It looks like Jason Momoa.
Well,
Yeah.
And he looks like Jason Momoa.
He's essentially the Hawkeye of Aquaman.
Yeah.
And he's trained well. And then he uses tech on
So
top.
What if you could slow time?
So it's not real. He's had to train a lot. It's like saying Batman's a superhero.
Down really fast.
So I have actually looked it up.
Uh-huh.
Humans can only hold their breath for 30 to 90 seconds without medical assistance. Brain damage begins after just 4 minutes without oxygen. Death can occur shortly afterwards. So you need oxygen every 3 minutes. However, trained free drivers using pure oxygen can hold their breath for over 20 minutes.
Yeah, this guy's a world record holder for free.
Yeah,
diving.
so he's probably one of those guys who needs pure oxygen, which is like he can hold it for 20 minutes, which is like that's amazing.
Now, he has an emergency canister, look like on his right thigh.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you're going down, to do
But
something
just in
stuff,
case,
yeah.
I mean, yeah, you have to be, got to be careful.
Is he,
I'm not.
is he
I don't want that to take away from him.
Is he actually saying that the beings are real too?
So
Just
there's a
the
video
diving.
going around. Is he what?
Is the beings that are in there? Are they? Is he saying those are real too?
Beings.
Yeah, there was other
There was another person
beings
that
in
like
there
grabbed him.
swimming around that didn't look human.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, he said it's a combination of tech too. So
Yeah.
I think
Definitely
what he's
yeah.
doing is it's a combination of skill and tech.
and he
And
just has this underwater breathing ability. It's crazy. So
I mean, there's no damn way I could literally hold my breath that long. So that's a superpower right there. That's fucking Aquaman. If he's coming out riding a shark, I wouldn't doubt it.
right.
It's just
Okay.
a freaking nature.
All right. Up next, we got the real life Daredevil. Kind of. They're calling him Batman, but I call him Daredevil because as a baby, Daniel Kish developed retinoblastoma cancer that affects the eyes, and he had both eyes removed before his first birthday. So, in order to navigate his environment, Kish developed because Daredevil has radar like a bat,
He's
and
blind.
and he's blind. This guy uses his own echolocation system using the same techniques that bats use to fly in the dark. That's why he's referred to as the real life Batman. He uses clicking noises with his tongue. He realized every surface has a sound. He could recognize trees, which produce, the trunk is a different echo than the branches and the leaves, and he just listens and he builds 3D images in his mind around him. Let's see if we can look at this video here.
Are we saying being a great listener is a superpower?
Yes, we are.
Okay.
Yeah, way too small. It's going to be.
They call me the real life Batman. My claim to fame is that I click.
echolocation.
There's a lot of emphasis on helping the blind in this sort of charitable way. We don't really see it as a charitable thing. We see it as just supporting citizens of society to be effective citizens. Our emphasis is in how the blind can help the world. So blind people who are able to step up to the plate,
Dude's gonna ride a bike.
how and what to achieve. They've developed
What the hell?
themselves into something, and they've developed the world around them.
Is this family okay with this? Like, go ahead, Daniel, you're cool.
That is applicable to everyone.
Go on, drive out in front of a car and kill yourself. Like,
I'm blind and can ride a bike. That sounds like a great idea. Go for it. Insert sarcasm here.
He's clicking.
There you go. He's clicking his way down the road, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, now, what's the range of his clicks? Like, how far would it work to help him?
Oh, no.
Well, they do say that, your other senses do heighten,
Yeah.
but I don't know how much.
Yeah.
So there's
That one I've seen before. That one's pretty cool.
Mr. Freeze.
Mr. Freeze, yeah.
Oh, I've seen him. Yeah. You gotta play
Wim
this.
Hof. Yeah, he discovered his superpowers by accident when he was 17. He was walking along a frozen canal. And he fell in. He felt the urge to jump in. No. So when he did, he soon discovered his superhuman ability to withstand the cold. He has 26 world records. He tried to climb Mount Everest in a pair of shorts. I thought I had some stuff about him. Hold on. Oh, yeah, here we go. That screen's not showing. I got to switch screens. Sorry. This guy.
Mutants walking among us. Humans whose biology rewrote the rules of what's possible.
It's an interesting video.
Number 9, Wim Hof. Dutchman. Wim Hof can swim under ice, run marathons in the Arctic, and control his body temperature at will. Scientists at Radboud University confirmed he can consciously influence his autonomic nervous system, something once thought impossible. Hof's blood chemistry changes when he meditates, preventing hypothermia and even suppressing inflammation. Number 8, Daniel Tammet. Born with savant syndrome and synesthesia.
So, yeah, that's pretty wild. That
I think I saw a video of him once. He swam underneath the ice. He said, and he got out of the ice, but he needed help getting out of the ice because he was underneath the water for so long. His eyeballs, the top layer of his eyeballs, froze. And he said that's natural. That always happens to me. But think about that. That's your eyeballs freezing, and you're just fine. So bro, I get cold at like 40 degrees.
I have a blanket here.
I contribute to global warming because I don't want to freeze my ass off in the winter.
I know. I hate being cold, man. Wim Hof, though, that's the Dutch Iceman. Swims under ice, runs Arctic marathons, controls his body temperature and immune system through specialized breathing. Then there's this guy we started to see, Daniel Tammet. Let me bring him back.
Savant syndrome and synesthesia?
Yeah, that's what he said.
Yeah, this guy sees numbers as colors, shapes, and textures due to synesthesia and savant abilities that allow him to perform incredible mental calculations.
Daniel Tammet can see numbers as colors, shapes, and textures. He recited pi to 22,514 digits and learned Icelandic in a week. Neurologists studied him for years, confirming his rare combination of autism and extraordinary mathematical visualization, a brain literally wired differently. Number 7.
Yeah, isn't that wild?
It is.
Yeah. Now there's this lady, Ashlyn Blocker. She was born with a congenital insensitivity to pain. A congenital
people like that.
insensitivity. to pain.
I've heard of people having this.
She
yeah.
feels no
It's
pain.
not good to have either.
That's
Because
right.
of the fact that you think it sounds like, oh man, I'd love to never feel pain again, which I get that a lot.
No.
It sounds
But
like a
you-
superpower, but it's not. Yeah.
But you could like burn yourself seriously and not even know
Yeah.
you're
Right.
doing it because of
realize the
it. So,
dangers of not noticing injuries. Yeah. You're right.
Yeah.
Let's see her.
Ashlyn Blocker. Born in Georgia, USA, Ashlyn Blocker has a condition called congenital insensitivity to pain. She doesn't feel heat, cuts, or injuries at all, which sounds like a superpower until you realize how dangerous it is. Scientists at the University of Florida have studied her genetic mutation, hoping to unlock new treatments for chronic pain. Number 6.
Yeah. So this lady, Jill Price, she has hyperthymesia. And what that does is she remembers every
She does.
single day of her life in vivid detail. Right?
and hyper usually means it's done a lot
Jill
And-
Price.
to a higher extent to it, I guess.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Imagine remembering every single day of your life, every smell, every word, every outfit you wore.
No,
That's
thank you.
Jill Price, the first person ever diagnosed with hyperthymesia, or highly superior autobiographical memory. Neuroscientists at UC Irvine confirmed her ability to recall any date with eerie accuracy, like scrolling through time itself. Number 5.
Wow. So,
Yeah, I wouldn't want to remember every detail of every day.
No, but sure
That's okay.
a lot better
So-
remembering though.
I got a theory about some of these people with is this people accessing more potential of their brains because they say humans only use 10%.
uh-huh.
For people like Natasha here, is she accessing maybe an additional percentage?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
No, humans use more than 10% of their brain. They just don't use it all at the same time. You use 100% of your brain. Just not all at the same time.
I thought that they said like humans only use 10% at one point. I thought
No. Most of it's used just to keep running your body without you thinking about it.
apparently I wasn't using 10% of my brain right there, I guess.
So this guy can the world's fastest modern samurai. Can you guys see the screen? Yeah, okay, good,
Yeah.
good.
Oh, I want to see.
Oh,
this.
I think I remember this one.
Yeah, Bruce
So-
Lee 2.0.
He slices
Not
bullets in thin air, right?
Yeah.
Normal person would have
Bullets.
normal person would have no chance of seeing the pellet. So we're using a slow motion camera to slow the action down by 250 times. And helping me is Dr. Ramani Durvasula.
Okay, we're ready, Kay.
Kay is going to fire the pellet at Mati-san from a distance of 70 feet.
Okay, so it's just a BB gun.
Yeah.
You don't even have it out.
I heard it.
Oh my
I saw
God.
flash go by.
Hey,
No,
it's what
Bubba.
kind
We're
of
gonna
like
play back.
noise?
We're going to play back.
Yeah.
Using the
Yeah,
slow
yeah.
motion camera, I want to see if Mati-san has achieved the superhuman.
Yeah. Now, guys, that's a technique done by the samurai to get a one shot, like one hit kill. You don't have to battle if you just end it.
Uh-huh.
So that's a technique they practice. Although that accurate at that speed, kind of amazing.
Wow, I love that one.
It's even more amazing the fact that the sword was still in the sheath.
Yeah, that's
And
part of
he
the
had to
technique,
not
though,
only
Bubba.
pull it out, but hit it.
Yeah, that whole thing is part of the technique.
So that's
Um,
that's a killing technique for
Yeah.
samurai, but he's perfected it to the point where he can deflect a in this case a pellet from an
Hey, see,
airsoft gun.
I thought it was the guy who could do that at
he cut it in half.
Yeah, I remember hearing about a guy trained in samurai who did that with 100-mile-an-hour baseballs.
He cut it in half. Did you see that?
He did. That's freaking impressive, though, dude.
Yeah.
Wow. Cutting a pellet bullet. Okay, here we go.
Just think, how does he even see the bullet to hit it?
It's rumored that Machi-san.
Same guy, yeah.
I think it has to be like a timing thing. Like you have to be able to study your opponent. Yeah, see, there's an AI somebody drew it.
Nice. Aizo Machi. That's pretty cool, man. Japanese world record holder, though, slicing a 6mm BB pellet fired at 158 kilometers, 98 miles an hour, clean in half with a single katana draw. That's pretty cool.
All right. I don't care about anybody else. This is the most badass man I have ever seen. If he wanted to be a superhero, by all means.
Right.
He's got to be able to still see it somehow, or else he'll never hit that little pellet.
Yeah.
But think about this. Those pellets that they shoot at him, a lot smaller than a typical bullet.
Yeah.
Like what? Like quarter of the size, maybe, Tyler?
About, yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So 6 millimeters, not that big.
I'm wondering if, because first of all, my question is, how would he know when to draw his sword and strike that fast? He must be somehow studying the person who has the gun's body language and movement or something. I doubt they're just saying, okay, we're going to shoot you now, because that takes away from it. But I love that one. That's a real life Jedi right there.
That's the most amazing thing I've seen a human being do.
So scientists talk about the science behind superheroes. Let's see. Let me bring this up here. So scientists explain most of these things through genetics, training, and neuroplasticity. Mutations can create, though, advantages like the Sherpas, these people right here. They have efficient oxygen use and denser bones than certain families. Brains can also rewire as an echolocation. The central governor theory suggests we normally hold back full strength to avoid injury, and then crisis can unlock it. Like those people that have superpower, when someone's trapped under a car and all of a sudden, you have the super strength to lift the car up and help somebody. That's happened.
Isn't that usually akin to a mom doing that to save her kid?
Right.
Or something like that? Yeah.
So these guys, the Sherpas, they're an ethnic group from the mountain regions of Nepal and Tibetan. They have a genetic code that means they're very different at generating energy. When there's a lack of oxygen in the body, they're able to, to live at high altitude with no consequences to their health, basically. Their body's just adapted to it. And they found that they have higher levels of nitric oxide, which is a chemical that opens up blood vessels and keeps it flowing. It may be likely this group has evolved to adapt to this extreme environment, which means their bodies are more efficient at producing energy than those that don't live in these kind of surroundings.
Well, everything evolves over thousands of years anyway, so
it's like these genes are just getting activated, and that's what some of these people are maybe doing, like training and mindset amplify this is what really the whole my thing is about tonight. How these are mental athletes that show, many superpowers are accessible with the right techniques, maybe. So we'll see. We're seeing more of these abilities surfacing. Or is it just social media going crazy like it always does? But so let's see. A couple other things just to look at. about superpowers in the world around. Where'd it go? Sorry. Yeah. Oh shit. Okay, so there's also people around. Let me see. There was a couple other people in this video here. Let's see. Where'd it go? 10 people with real life superheroes. There we go. This is interesting. Some of this. Well, this guy's a real life Flash. He can run forever. He's got one of the most remarkable endurance athletes on the planet. He once ran nonstop for 350 miles in 3 days. He ran across Death Valley. He even ran to the South Pole. He's a superhuman, even amongst ultra endurance athletes. The real life Flash.
It's like Forrest Gump.
Spider-Man, the French Spider-Man, one of the best climbers on Earth. Famous for free climbing solo things like skyscrapers without ropes or safety harnesses. The only equipment that he carries is a bag of dust.
Did he just recently climb the Empire State Building?
No, that's not him.
No. There's a couple other jerks. Real life Professor X, actress Mary Lou Hinner, apparently has superhuman mental powers. She's a highly superior autobiographical memory, extremely rare condition in which allows her to recall. So she has that same kind of thing.
I remember her.
Yeah.
I can't remember what she was in, but
Taxi.
Elastigirl, Spanish actor with long limbs, looks like a human skeleton. Okay, all right. So anyway, real life Deadpool. Yeah, I don't know about that one, but
I don't think that's a power I would want. Where you get, because everyone sitting there saying, "Oh, Deadpool is gonna be a cool power, right? He regenerates from everything." You all do realize he feels everything too. So if he breaks his neck, he's gonna break his neck. He's gonna feel it.
Well, and the cells that he regenerates are the ones with cancer.
Yeah.
Because that's when it developed. He had cancer at the time. He was trying to heal himself from the cancer. But it only replicates these cells he had at that moment, which were cancerous cells.
Okay, a couple other people. Natasha Dominka.
Identifying broken bones and organ damage.
You can see inside people's bodies.
In Moscow and later in London. While scientists
X-ray vision.
Several radiologists reported that her diagnoses matched medical imaging results more often than chance. Number 4. Isao Machi.
There he is.
Swordsman. Isao Machi can slice a BB pellet fired at 200 miles per hour with a katana. Researchers from the BBC and Guinness World Records filmed him in ultra slow motion.
Man, look at him go.
His reaction speed was faster than a trained athlete's ability to even see the projectile. Scientists at the University of Tokyo call his reflexes
and he has cool
neurologically
eyeshadow.
Optimized beyond normal limits. Number 3.
Excellent eyeliner.
Conchetta Antico. Australian artist Conchetta Antico possesses tetrachromacy, an extra color receptor in her eyes. While most humans see about 1 million shades, she can distinguish nearly 100 million.
That's awesome.
University of California confirmed her rare X chromosome mutation, explaining why her paintings capture colors others can't even perceive.
Wow.
Number 2, Stephen Wiltshire. Diagnosed with autism, Stephen Wiltshire can look at a city skyline once, then draw it perfectly from memory. After a 20-minute helicopter ride over New York City, he recreated the entire skyline with every building in proportion. His brain's visual memory capacity is so extreme, neuroscientists use him as a case study in spatial recall. Number 1, Veronica Sider.
Veronica, the number 1 superhero.
Researchers at the University of Stuttgart tested Veronica Sider, who claimed she could see detail from over a mile away. Tests showed her vision acuity was over 20 times better than normal human eyesight. While rare, her case is
Eagle
still
Eye
cited in
Girl.
ophthalmology journals as
Top
one of
girl.
the highest visual acuity records ever recorded. So here's a quick question. If you could choose one of these real-life powers, which would it be, and how would you use it?
There you go.
Okay, so that first woman, if she learned how to be a sniper,
Oh my God.
I'm just throwing that out there.
That samurai guy, though, too, man, that katana is sharp as a razor blade. Like, you see him go through those rolled mats so quickly and easily.
Right. Let's see. Let me see. There's this dude.
And it's kind of weird. In that whole list, there's only one black person.
Yeah, I'm about to
Is
show you
that-
another black person with superpowers. There you go.
I was just saying, it's just kind of weird that's like all that we were seeing, though.
We just went all the way to the bottom.
What does that got to do with anything?
It's just an observation, and maybe white people are just freaking weird.
I tried lightly with that one, man.
Let's see.
Practice telekinesis today, right? The first one is push telekinesis, right? You can get just a piece of tinfoil or a thin piece of paper and start trying to push it with your mind, right? Get used to pushing it with air, right? Be perfectly fine with pushing it with air, but start attaching your intention to push to the air that you're actually pushing. You know what I'm saying? That way, the air is literally being guided by your energy. And when you start pulling your air out of your pushes, actually your energy can replace the wind way easier in the future because you're already attaching your intention to the wind, and now you're just applying that to your energy projecting out of your hand. The second type of telekinesis you can train is with
Okay, so there's this other dude that is amazing at it.
With that paper, couldn't
Learn
that just the
telekinesis,
movement of
also
his
known as Tai
hand
Chi, but you don't know where to start?
cause that paper to
Save
fall?
this video because this is the beginning of a weekly series with 7 exercises. Day 1, the mindset
Good
for
what,
Tai
Bubba?
When he was doing that to that paper, he was going like that in front of it. I think that's creating wind, knocking that paper down.
Yeah, I could, but these other people are doing it without it. Trust me. Look. I don't know what that was supposed to prove exactly, but hold on.
Like, do you really think telekinesis is possible?
I mean, these people are doing something, dude.
Could be.
Yeah, wow.
Could be.
I mean, like the other ones you could see.
What do you call that, brother?
Something like that.
That's CGI, because I'd be like, all right, grab the spreadsheet of paper. Let's see it.
There's this one guy that's really good, man, and he teaches people how to do it.
I would want to see it done right in front of my face and not, be able to.
There's this dude that makes leaves spin in his yard and in his house and stuff.
And then what about the leaves? He made it like there was a leaf falling from a tree. And he made it like stop midway or something.
Then versus now. Now look at this guy. Yeah, this is the dude.
Yeah.
Look at this guy. Watch what he does, man. Is it just random? I don't know, but hold on.
He's an airbender.
Yeah, he is, though.
Yeah,
That's the
look.
thing.
Like,
He gets like a tornado going to these leaves.
Maybe he's like a Jedi.
I think this is him right here. Jesus is a living son. I think. I mean, look, dude's an airbender, man. It's in a circle around him. What the hell is going on there? Hold on. Now.
That's this stuff.
Yeah, this is him, dude. This guy totally believes in it and teaches people. Watch.
You need to sign up for my class tomorrow if you want to learn how to do stuff like this.
Of course, now he's selling the class.
Where's the string? Where's the
it's
string
some
at the
stuff
top?
that you can say there's strings, but no, hold on.
Okay, we'll see this one.
But without being there, we don't know. That's
Knock the camera over even.
So what's he claiming? He's using the mind to control these objects? The wind?
And the wind, yeah. Look.
Power of him breaking wind.
Watch though, you're just some of the videos, you're just like, wait, this guy's kind of really doing this shit.
Really? He's facing the pinwheel from behind.
but look at the
pinwheel
trees. What
starts-
we're supposed to be looking at too, though.
Look, just you know, I mean,
I don't buy that. I'm sorry, I don't buy that one there. Like the leaf one was cool, I'll say this, but
Ending school. Welcome to the coolest school at school.com. The
Like,
Phoenix
even-
Academy, where you're going to learn
No,
how to do stuff like this.
If that's not real, it's still pretty cool.
Okay, school.com. Let's see what the heck it is.
Yeah, what's he charge?
Did you hear the wind hit the camera and the leaves
Make a
move?
choice. Are you ready to be strong?
Some of this guy's early stuff where he was just practicing it and he was just like, oh my God, I did it. And he was just like, it was,
Well, yeah, think about that. You one day discover that you have some sort of power like that, you're going to be all kinds of fucking like, holy shit. I
This
can
man
do
just
that.
convinced me that superpowers are actually real.
Watch this, y'all.
Notice the environment before we start. Pay attention, ready? It's just me. I don't work for Marvel. I don't got no team or people. You feel me? It's me in my backyard. It's time to accept the truth, bro. It's only gonna wait. You feel me? This is notice the environment.
This is where it gets wild.
Now notice me in the environment.
Things start moving, the energy shifts.
You see that?
I didn't see shit that time.
Notice the environment.
Oh, the trees are moving.
This is insane.
And stop. Goes down again.
Stay weird, y'all.
This man just convinced me that superpowers.
stay weird, y'all.
I don't know.
What's his name?
If you want to follow him, his name is Jesus the Living Son. I'm gonna put up his link in the chat.
so I just started looking at that school.com thing that he mentioned.
Yeah.
I'm not if I want to learn how to be a Super Saiyan, apparently. That's
I
$20
mean, you want to
plus.
be you want to go to superhero school? There you
Well,
go.
that's what I'm looking here. I'll show
Is it
you.
like Hogwarts?
Now, what about the people who talk to trees? Right?
I
Is
think
this
I
a
just
superpower?
I
Looks
just don't
pretty
know about
legit.
that kind of. I don't know. I know the mind can do a lot more than what we know that it can do.
What's this dude?
Here is
But
my.
I just think that's a stretch.
Trees are very wise and can help.
Not that one. That was one man. Hold on.
Every shot you take.
Asian Noel here, and I am here with Gaia. I am in my backyard. There's no one around me.
Oh,
I'm
I
going
think I
to
might have
ask
seen this
Gaia, after I give gratitude, to please touch my shoulder. So I'm going to ask her to lower her branch and to please touch my shoulder. So first, let's give gratitude. So, Gaia, I love you. Thank you so much for your friendship, for the energy exchanges, for your shade, for your oxygen, for your companionship, and just the love that you provide overall. I love you, I love you, I love you, and I love you. Now, if you could please lower your branch and touch my shoulder, please. Can you lower your branch and touch my shoulder, please? Lower, lower.
It's being
Closer
pulled.
To me, though. Closer to me. Closer
It
to
was being
me.
pulled.
There we go. Can you lower it? Okay, thank you. Thank you so much.
I literally just saw the guy in the background run off. Come on now. Come on. I was actually hoping that would be cool because they recently said that the plants do have a vibration or auditory sense that we can't hear that they make, but I was kind of hoping that would be legit. Fuck you.
Yeah.
I was hoping she was telling the truth.
She said, "Fuck you."
Well, you see the guy in the background run, but you literally see the guy run in the background.
Well, you see
I
the
thought you could-
limb bend like
You could
severely all of a sudden. It's like, yeah, someone's pulling
You could
on
all,
that.
and it was coming
Or a
away
string.
from her. When it went
Yeah.
away from her, looked like it was being pulled by a string or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was not a good one.
And they're just
I've
keeping
seen
it
people,
just out of the camera view.
they just walk up and talk to trees.
Yep.
Fucking-
While having a person off camera manipulating the branch or leaf.
Let's see. Is this the dude? Yeah. Look at this guy. This is cool. I don't got any sound, but
And if you can understand me and you got love for me, touch me in the face. Wow.
All right, now pan over to the
tree. Beautiful mother Gaia. All right.
he had to, say something to her first.
She already touched me in the head. I ain't even have to say nothing.
Unless there's a dude to the right of him
Do
with
that
a
again.
string,
If
of
you can
course.
understand me and you got love
yeah.
for me, touch me in the face.
Right there, But that's pretty cool. Look.
Well, okay, in that case there, I can see the whole tree, and there's not, unless there's a string,
Yeah.
you can't see anybody else bending the tree. So that one, unless there's a string, maybe.
What about the guy with the moving trees in his
I
yard?
can't help but be skeptical in all these. I mean,
Uh-huh.
sorry. I'm trying to be quiet and give, everyone else a chance, but I can't. I don't buy this.
And what about this guy?
It's been long enough. I'm gonna measure the
Yeah,
distance
right
from
here.
trigger to my yard right fucking now. Yup, same as last fucking video. I'm telling you guys. I'm telling you. It moved back. It's behind that one now. Where it looks fucking disturbed. It looks like something's fucked up. And look at this. This wasn't like this. Why is this fucking root snapping?
How do
back?
we
It's time.
know?
Let's measure
You
this
didn't
thing.
show
All right,
us.
I got the yarn set up. Time to run it all the way to my yard. All right, got it in the same exact spot. Time to measure it out. Yep, fucking knew it. I mean, we could all fucking see it from the last video anyway, but this shit did in fact move back 339.5 feet away. It was 337. That means it moved 2.5 feet back. I swear every time I
What is going on with that guy?
Or the string just came undone. I'm actually gonna be skeptical of that one too.
Well,
I don't know,
when
like,
it's you have to take it to the exact spot. You can't be like a few boards to the left or a few boards to the right. That'll get you your distance.
And we don't know. We're not even seeing the exact measurement and know what it was before. He could
Yeah.
say, "Oh,
And,
look,
you
I
know,
just measured it. It's
camera
it's further
edit.
back now."
Mm-hmm.
But
That's like the telekinesis.
if that is real, it's crazy. But he's not saying though he's doing it. He's just don't know why or how they're moving. Is what he's saying.
Well, and let's face it, trees don't move.
I
Not their root systems.
Do they
Nothing's
react
wrong.
to human energy though somehow? That we in some way, that profound way that we don't understand.
And maybe the tree's trying to run from them or something. Like
So, well, you know, these trends are kind of just exploding on the internet. You know, talking
if that,
trees, branches move. You know,
there's one more. Have you seen the video that's going around now? That the guy took a picture, the video of with the branch that's just floating in midair and stopped.
oh yeah. He's got just a branch floating in the middle of his yard. It looks like it's like hung on a spider web or something to me, but it's pretty wild. I know what you're talking about. It's just hanging. He tried to claim it was a portal too. It's like, dude, it's a stick. But I don't know. He was like, it's a portal. It's a stick.
But the stick like went there and it just stayed there, right?
It was
in
a cool
midair.
stick.
Keeps filming it.
If you hit the guy in the head with the stick, I'm sure he'll think he's somewhere else.
Kansas.
Well, there you go. Are people starting to get superpowers? We don't know, but the evidence seems to show like human potential is vast and underutilized, maybe.
And some of the what they've called superpowers is a syndrome. It's something that's not right with that person. It's something unusual and wrong with it, you know.
Well, I wouldn't go as far as to say it's wrong.
I
But
don't
it's,
mean that in a bad way. I mean wrong because it's
just
not
genetics.
normal.
You know, there's genetics give some people a head start. For some people, it's training. You know, it unlocks powers, perhaps collective consciousness or environmental shifts, or just amplifying it somehow. But anyhow, that's about it. In a chaotic world, these stories kind of inspire hope. Maybe you might not move bottles with your mind tomorrow, but
Rob.
but you can try. Adam, you can try Wim Hof breathing. All right, that is something you can do.
I have gotten my breath to hold at like my best of times. I've gotten 3 minutes.
You can
That's
practice
it.
focus and connecting with nature, and who knows, you might reveal your own hidden abilities, Adam.
Yay!
There's quite a few people.
I can be special.
The people that can hold their breath long underwater, some people can. It does, like Rob said, it takes a lot of training. Your breath.
Yeah.
So what do you guys think, listeners and watchers out there? Have you tried the tree challenge? We should try it. Everybody try it when you get a chance. And next week we'll see if the tree.
I don't know that I want a tree
your branch
touching me.
Touches you. I mean, if a branch touches you. Or have you ever seen any convincing telekinesis in your life ever? Or had your own kind of weird experience? Let us know. Share it in the comments or write us a letter. Weird Frequencies TV at hotmail.com or at gmail.com. Sorry, Weird Frequencies TV at gmail.com. or just send us a message or whatever. So, yeah.
Now I'm afraid that the trees are going to be able to outrun me.
Bubba,
moving around out there, Bubba.
Trees are going to be afraid of you because you smoke too many of them.
Well, that's about it for our Weird Frequencies this week. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for exploring the unknown with us. Stay super. Subscribe, leave a review, join the conversation. Next time on Weird Frequencies,
watch the sky.
We have no idea. So
watch the sky.
A lot of times
that monkey.
We have some idea of what we're gonna have planned next week, but not this week. So tune in next week. So we'll have to
I'll be going on
topic.
I'll be going on night shift, so I won't be here, unfortunately.
You're not here next week? Oh, go ahead.
I'm on night shift.
Write him up, Adam. Go ahead, write him up now.
All right, I'll get AI on that.
This is your pre-write up to your write up.
Yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed the show tonight. Thank you, Tyler, for your Roswell update. That was super cool.
Try my best.
A lot of really good information there about what really happened, and I think we've all kind of learned that maybe nothing happened. Maybe. But there you go. And we learned about some superheroes tonight. So real life superheroes.
Human potential is a very awesome thing.
Yes, sir. So there you go. Weird frequencies where the unusual gets amplified. That's my new little stupid catchphrase. Anyway, thanks for listening, everybody.
You can amplify frequencies.
Yeah, we amplify the weird stuff. That's what we do. That's why I say that. Yeah, the unusual gets amplified here. We dive into the stuff that, you know, in the cracks. So yeah, anyway, good times. Thanks for watching, everybody, and share the show. Please tell your friends about the show and you know, all that goofy stuff. Also, I work at Green Mazda and Green Lincoln in Springfield, Illinois. So if you need a car, come and see me, right? My number is 217-819-2935. If you got a question about financing, about buying cars, money down, stuff like that.
I probably want to put.
Say that again, both of you.
I probably want to put my whole phone number out through the internet because you never know who on the slip's going to send you a picture you don't want. But okay,
I've been doing it. I mean, that's what we're already kind of putting ourselves out there, you know, by being on this show. And I really have to put myself out there to sell cars. It's like you don't have a choice, you know. It's hard if you're a female car salesman because you've got to put your Facebook out there and make it public, and you got to put your phone number. And God knows it'd be tough for a girl. All these weirdos out there, and you know, coming after you. So. Yeah, but anyway, yeah, I have to do that. So I have to make my Facebook public. And so yeah, it's kind of weird, but I don't know. It works. You just gotta be careful. Right.
Yeah.
So all right. Anyway, if you need a car, call me. But thanks for listening to the show. When can we see you next, Tyler?
We'll be on Wednesday and Friday. Wednesday we're probably not gonna do a show Friday because it's the night for Wrestling for a Cure. So but Title Belt Challenge is coming to an end, and we'll be starting season 11 here probably next week or so.
Very cool. Very cool. So thanks for watching. Thanks for listening, everybody. You can always watch further episodes on Facebook, on YouTube, on Rumble, on Instagram, and you can catch us on TikTok, clips of the show. And you can also listen to the podcast again if you missed the show. Just when you're driving in your car, turn on Apple Podcasts or turn on Spotify or, you know, Amazon Music, whatever you listen to, and just search Weird Frequencies and you'll find us. So there you go. Listen to us in the car, man, at night when you're driving around all creepy. It's fun. So, there you go. All right. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you guys next week. Peace out.
Take it easy, everybody.
Adios, amigos.